From the revelation of concealed pirate wealth suggested by the discovery of a Spanish copper coin from the 17th century to the discovery of gold traces nearly 9 seasons later, the following are the most shocking moments from Oak Island Brothers. First, the Moretti copper coin in the Season 1 finale titled, "Find Metal Detection Expert." During his exploration of the swamp on Oak Island, Steve Zellick fortuitously encountered a coin bearing the inscription 8. Upon closer inspection, this ostensibly inconsequential find became highly consequential in the Season 2 premiere entitled Once and Forever. Upon closer inspection, it was disclosed that the coin in question was a Spanish 8 Morav 8s copper coin, which probably originated in the 17th century. To add to the intrigue, the discovery of the year 1652 engraved on its reverse further solidified the discovery. Subsequently, we shall examine a coin and a military button from the 17th century featured in Episode 2 of The Curse of Oak Island, entitled Return to the Money Pit. In this episode, treasure hunter Gary Drayton not only made 2 noteworthy discoveries, but also struck gold. His initial find while metal detecting near the shoreline was particularly intriguing. Drayton et al. Unearthed a button from a military officer's uniform from the 17th century. However, they were unable to definitively determine which military the button belonged to. This finding added an additional dimension of intrigue to the Oak Island mystery, implying a possible historical association with a military presence on the island. It prompted us to speculate whether the military was involved in the concealed secrets beneath the surface, although the revelations did not extend that far. Drayton and his team proceeded to a nearby wooded area where they made their second discovery of the day, a small coin which bears resemblance to the Morava discovered in the previous season's finale during the 17th century. However, there was a twist. It was noticeably smaller, possibly signifying 2 Maves rather than the larger 8. Oh, they are different, aren't they? They almost appear to be a Templar cross. These coins may have been small, but their significance was enormous, they hinted. One of the coins found strewn across the shoreline bore the inscription 17 is the hand-painted pottery featured in Episode 14 of Season 8, titled Fire in the Hole. This particular discovery captivated viewers intently as it offered a glimpse into the enigmatic workings of Oak Island. To provide a brief synopsis, archaeologists Miriam Amiro and Dr. Aaron Taylor embark on an expedition to decipher the parameters of a stone pathway that potentially holds the key to unlocking the island's secrets. As their investigation progresses, they fortuitously encounter a remarkable handcrafted artifact. Upon further inspection, they discover pottery fragments adorned with vibrantly colored designs painted by hand in red, blue, and green hues. These exquisite fragments provide insight into a long history of human activity on Oak Island, a mysterious location shrouded in mystery for centuries. What makes the discovery of these colorful pottery pieces along the stone pathway that the team is laboriously attempting to investigate even more intriguing is that they were not found as isolated finds. Rather, they were discovered while following a breadcrumb trail of hints. Lastly, gold was unearthed in Episode 2 of Season 9, titled The Gold Medal of the Curse of Oak Island. This find captivated Oak Island enthusiasts. The Oak Island team laboriously sorts through the spoils unearthed from tedious holes in the money pit area. It's a laborious process, but they eventually come across a piece of metal that could be precisely what they've been seeking all these years. They transport this metal specimen to an archaeology laboratory. The most intriguing aspect of this metal fragment, which is composed of numerous elements, is that approximately 0.07% of it registers as Au, the chemical symbol for gold. This is a game changer. Gold has been a long-standing enigma surrounding Oak Island. Presently, archaeologists are discovering indications of this precious metal in the very soil they've been excavating. However, the intrigue does not cease there. Just 2 episodes later, in Episode 4 of Season 9, they make another metallic discovery. This time, it is only a stone's throw from where they discovered the first trace of gold. The results of their rigorous examination of this new source of metal are even more astounding. It contains 0.2% gold, a significantly higher percentage than the previous find. This revelation represents a major breakthrough, as trace amounts of gold are now confirmed on Oak Island. From traces of gold to ancient coins and a possible connection to the Knights Templar, these were some of the most shocking moments of Oak Island Brothers. With each discovery, we were reminded that this treasure hunt is far from over, and the mysteries of Oak Island remain as enthralling as ever, including the area's possible link to a money pit. I had a good sense about this lot, especially since there are so many flags to pursue. Are you prepared to get your teeth stuck in? Then we should proceed. Almond button, which is commonly found on 1700s clothing. They soon unearthed numerous King George II coins from the 18th century, as well as a lead ingot used to create musket balls. Drayton hypothesizes that these artifacts are the remnants of a military camp, after uncovering what appears to be an engraved metal tag from the bottom of a handgun. Were these campers from the 18th century searching for forgotten wealth or abandoning it? In the 1700s, the only thing that can be said with absolute certainty is that Oak Island was extremely active. In Blood is Thicker, episode 15 of season 4 of The Curse of Oak Island, Gary employs a metal detector to examine the objects Rick and Marty Lagina had unearthed at the Gal 1 excavation site. They initially assume it to be a coin, but quickly realize that the word plated is engraved on it. Dr. Laurie Vanderlande, an expert in antique valuation, examined this spherical object and concluded that it was most likely a gold-plated button from a 17th or 18th century British military uniform. When the Lagina brothers discover a large metal hinge with drill marks in the same location, this becomes considerably more plausible. Dr. Vanderlande examined it and concluded that it was from the same time period. Even more intriguing is the fact that it was frequently used as a hinge on treasure chests. Even if it originated from a ship that used the hinge for a different purpose, it is still a very intriguing discovery because it raises the question of what lies beneath Oak Island. In Dead Man's Chest, the second episode of the 5th season, Gary Drayton and his metal detecting team once again discover evidence of 17th century participation on the island, which may have been caused by the military, pirates, or both. Soon after discovering a 17th century musket projectile which was used in cannons, they find what appears to be a Maravedi, which is identical to the one found in the season 1 finale, The Find. This coin is unique because it has been cut into tiny pieces. Oak Island entered a new era when the dust subsided and the significance of the discovery became apparent. The long-held legend had finally come true, permanently altering the fate of the island. Oak Island. Specific museums, exhibits, and research facilities have emerged, revealing the island's enthralling history and incredible discovery story. The Oak Island treasure symbolized human perseverance and the ceaseless pursuit of the unknown. It served as a monument to the ability of the human spirit to solve even the most difficult challenges. The island's name would endure in the annals of exploration and treasure hunting, inspiring future generations to investigate unresolved mysteries. Remember to subscribe to the channel for additional blues from the mysterious universe. Today, Oak Island is still a fascinating destination where tourists can follow in the footsteps of the early explorers by exploring the money pit's depths and witnessing the astounding discovery that forever altered the course of human history. The island serves as a reminder that there are still mysteries to be solved, secrets to be uncovered, and hidden treasures in the most unlikely places. The island serves as a reminder that there are still mysteries to be solved, secrets to be uncovered, and hidden treasures in the most unlikely places. Tap the video links that appear as there is much to learn about Oak Island. Click now and we'll meet you there in a moment. Years excavating the pit, but none of their efforts bore fruit. In the end, the Onslow Company was the one to assume responsibility for excavating the money grave, but they too were disappointed. Discovering only a stone instrument containing writing, it took over a century to translate the inscription on the stone tablet, which is believed to read, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds are buried. Others relied on conjecture, such as Marie Antoinette hiding her wealth prior to her execution, or William Shakespeare hiding his fortune and unpublished works, while others used this as evidence to infer that there could be treasure on the island. Despite this, these hypotheses have not been confirmed because no treasure has been found. Since the beginning of excavation on the island, individuals such as the Lagina brothers have been responsible for the discovery of hundreds, if not thousands, of artifacts. The Laginas made a remarkable discovery when they unearthed the bones of 2 distinct individuals. The fact that one set of bones belonged to a person of Middle Eastern ancestry and the other to a person of European ancestry added another layer of enigma to the island's history. The remains were discovered on opposing sides of the island. The discovery of bones belonging to individuals of Middle Eastern and European descent led to the conclusion that these men may have been members of the Knights Templar. Gary Drayton, an additional member of the Lagena team known as the metal-finding ninja, discovered a medieval-era cross and a stone with Greek letters. After analyzing the relics, Zena Halpern argued that they may be associated with Tannin, the Phoenician deity of fertility. These discoveries appeared to support the hypothesis that the Knights Templar had visited the island. However, after analyzing the artifacts, Zena Halpern hypothesized that they were associated with Tannin. When the cross's lead covering was removed, it was discovered to be made of gold, leading some to presume it was used to smuggle gold. In addition, some individuals believed the cross may have been used to transport gold. The Lagena brothers believed that their discoveries were more important than those of their contemporaries. Are you currently appreciating this video? Be careful to subscribe and enable post notifications to be notified immediately when a new post is published. In spite of this, they remained enthusiastic about continuing their search for treasure on Oak Island, which was fueled in part by their desire to uncover the island's mysteries as they proceeded. They made additional discoveries, including the discovery of various types of stone tablets in the money pit. Initially, the tablets were considered to be nothing more than ordinary artifacts, but after further investigation, it became apparent that they could represent evidence of Viking occupation of the island. Oak Island exploration has been a phenomenal experience for the Lagena brothers. Through their partnership with the television network, they were able to achieve financial success despite not discovering any genuine treasures. As a consequence of the show, they now own 50% of the island and have become billionaires. They remain committed to their work in the hopes that one day, with a little luck, they will find the treasure chests buried somewhere beneath Oak Island. Researchers on the team have just discovered something no one was meant to see. Click the following video to find out.